The time is finally here. Let's do this. No point in waiting. Let's unbox this baby. Quick little startup guide. Plug it in, set it up, and let's open her up. Wow, wow, wow. And here we are. Front and center is what we care about. We have the new Joy-Cons. We'll put these aside, and we have the tablet itself, Nintendo Switch 2. Let's put this aside. What else do we have? Take this top layer off. Underneath here, we have the digital download code for Mario Kart. Some health and safety guidelines, which we'll definitely read. We have the HDMI, it says HDMI ultra high speed. I wonder if this is a 2.1. Actually, if it's 1440p 120, I don't think it needs to be HDMI 2.1. I'd be interested to see that. And then we have the Joy-Con rails / mouse mode little things. Here is the Joy-Con grip. Definitely less chunkier than I thought, but I'm not going to make any judgments until I actually play it. We have the power supply, which is not one piece. If you guys remember, the original Switch had one whole piece for it. This is a 60-watt charger. Nice chunky little brick, Nintendo branded, with a USB-C to USB-C cord. Seems to be the same length as the original Switch charger. And then, I believe all we have left is the dock. The dock does feel substantially bigger, because it kind of is. Takes up more of a footprint, has this nice curved edge to it, have a back shell here that you can pop off. We have AC adapter right here, HDMI out, Ethernet cable, and then we have two USB-A ports. I would have liked to see USB-C, that would have been cool. I'm not gonna tell Nintendo what to do. Let's see how easy this is to come out. Okay, so it looks like you just push it. This does feel like it stays in here a little better than the original dock. And it looks like all the cords are gonna be going through this small hole right here. Now we can get to the star of the show, the Joy-Cons and the system itself. Let's go ahead and open the system, the tablet. Actually, hold on. Before I even take this out to be exposed to the world, I have a screen protector. And some people say it's not necessary. I don't care. I'm gonna do it because I wanna protect my stuff. So let's apply this as we take it out. So we have the tablet right here. Overall impressions are, it's not bad. How's that impression? Pretty good? No, it's like the same thickness as the original Switch. I'm gonna do a whole comparison video, a separate video comparing this and the OLED and the Switch Lite. This is just a general impressions video, but let's go ahead and put on this film. Screensaver installed, and there's two more in here if I want to. This is tempered glass. I did mess up a little bit on the corner, but I don't care. This is just for protection, and it's on the bezel where it doesn't matter anyway. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and attach the Joy-Cons. Joy-Cons have this nice matte texture to them that I haven't felt on previous Joy-Cons. The clickiness feels pretty much the same as the normal Joy-Cons, but we'll do a more in-depth, like I mentioned later. I don't think the actual thumbsticks feel like they've changed. They just look different, and maybe that gives the appearance that they changed. They may be a little wider, but in terms of travel, you're kind of bottoming out still pretty quickly. Then we have the metal shoulder buttons right here. Yeah, the release button right here. Let's install it. Oops. 1, 2. Okay, so altogether, the unit does definitely feel a lot bigger. This is getting into Steam Deck territory. And I can already tell my fingers keep on looking for a grip back here, and there just isn't one. This is the same issue I had with the original Switch, where I just wanted to grab onto something because my pinky's kind of straggling out here. But in terms of feel and comfort, it feels pretty good in the hand. It is very sleek and slim, which I do like for portability. Now you press this button to release the Joy-Con, but I know people have also been testing how strong it is, so let's... Okay, so that's not gonna come out on accident. We don't have that much wobble either, But if you really want to pull this thing apart, you gotta really try. That's why they use this, so it's just one. Now let's try the actual grip. Same magnet situation going on here. I'm gonna be real with you, I don't like this. The other Joy-Con grip has a little curvature here. This one kind of feels like the meat of your palm kind of falls in between this crack rather than either resting up here or resting down here. But it is free, and if you want to play together like a normal controller, if you don't have a Switch Pro controller, it gets the job done. And then let's start her up. Maybe she has battery, maybe she doesn't. She does. In the setup, it kind of wants you to go through the tutorial of how to detach, how to attach, stuff that we already kind of messed with. And we got a system update. Gotta love those. That was actually pretty quick. Okay, so the system transfer. I do have multiple Switches, as you guys know. I just don't know if it's gonna transfer all my games or just the saves. Okay, I don't have a micro SD card express because they're very expensive. I guess we'll do the QR code. Okay, we have both Switches here. Let's go ahead and hit next here. It wants me to connect an AC adapter. I'm gonna connect the one that doesn't come with the Switch too. Oh crap, we can use the top USB-C port now. Can I still use this after? I don't think there's reason to believe that stuff will be deleted off of this. Save data for the following everything. Sounds good, send it. Please connect an AC adapter. Let's let it do its thing. 1 minute left. I figured I'd turn the camera on and we can move this fella a little further away. System transfer complete. Theme color be carried over. Cool. Now it says press the home button. Let's see if it does something wacky and cool. All right, that's pretty simple. Let's see if it affects. Okay, so it looks like I still have access to things here as well. This is just the virtual game card stuff, so not too big of a deal. But it looks like I can still play on my older Switch models while transferring the data over, which, I don't know, I wasn't too worried, but I was curious. Cool, we'll see this more in the next video. Back to the main boy, or girl. Again, we're doing a general impressions. Let's go through the menu bar. So we have Switch Online, Game Chat, which is new. We also have the chat button right here. News, eShop, Album, Game Share, which is new to Switch 2 as well. Controllers, Virtual Game Cards, which is with the new update. And Settings. Let's go to Settings real quick, because I'm curious. So we get 256 gigabytes on this. I just want to see if it's installing all my games, because I don't want that. All right, you take your time, buddy. Oh, there we go. So it looks like it is trying to install everything, because Metroid's doing it right now. Let's not. Download options. Quit it. I hope I don't have to do that for everything. I think I might need to. So I was, for the most part, able to stop the downloads that I don't care for. But one thing I've noticed just going through the menu is these sounds. I don't know if that was there before. I don't think it was. Let's take a look through the settings. You have button mapping here, so you can map everything on this Joy-Con, everything on this Joy-Con. I think that was already a thing on the previous Switch. Change display colors. Okay, looks like everything's backed up. Looks like you can stop charging around 90 to help the battery life. We'll turn that on. I mean, this is, it's the Switch 2. I don't know what to say. It's an upgrade. I guess we won't really know until we play some games and compare things. I guess one thing we can dive into right now is just some quick N64, just to get a feel for everything. Again, this is first impressions, so I'm not gonna do a full thing. They also added the CRT filter. Nice, okay. What I wanted them to add was remappable buttons in this, but they don't have that. It's whatever. I think we were playing Ocarina of Time, so let's go ahead and continue our game. Oops. I mean, this is a 4x3 game, but the screen is bigger, so it looks nicer. Yeah, and right now for this impression, I'm kind of leaning on the table. I wonder if I start hovering or holding it, how it feels. It does feel like a slab. This is just a slab of machine. And I feel like ergonomic wise, it's not the greatest. You can only either be really comfortable like the Steam Deck or really thin like the Switch 2. And they went with really thin. I almost said comfortable. Sound is great. Let's see how, okay, so it's on max sound too. Let's go about half sound. Still decent. What else do we have? I guess we have the chat button. Let's check that out. Who's using game chat? Me. Okay. Gotta go through this, pretend I read it. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Why do they do that? So I need to link my phone number to this. I wonder how that works for people who don't have phone numbers. Okay, so I guess from here you can create group. Okay, so it's like Xbox Live Party chat or PlayStation chat. Simple. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's check out the eShop. Actually, let's go here first. Ooh, GameCube. I actually forgot about that. And we're going to the eShop now. And I have to sign in again. This is the third time. Wow, I love this. This is great. GameCube, free download. I'm gonna be all over this. I guess we'll stay here while we're here, huh? Okay, main page. It does seem to load a little faster. I definitely made this comment before where the eShop kind of sucks. This one, let's just scroll and see what happens. No, that's actually, it's popping up pretty quickly. I actually like this layout too. The whole dark mode, but the red really pops when it comes to the discounted items. Wow, I might have to spend more money. I'm very pleased with this eShop update. I guess while we're here, we can also enter the code for Mario Kart. Code redeemed. Moving on. Continue shopping. Wish list. I think that's the same for you. I don't know if this is new or not. Okay. I'm a fan of these sound effects on here. This is pretty cool. This is the paid demo for the Switch 2. Absolutely bonkers. Ooh, I do want to try Fortnite. The upgrade pack for, okay. Yeah, I forgot I have to spend money. Wait, I'm confused. So do I have to pay the $10?
The Kingdom games will both have Nintendo Switch 2 editions.
What is this?
Jump back into the adventure, now with enhanced resolution and frame rate.
Okay, so it looks like if you have the highest tier, the expansion pass, you get the Switch 2 upgrade for free. Okay. Is Breath of the Wild the same way? It is. Don't have to spend money. Okay, whatever. Let's do Fortnite. Virtual game cards added. Cool. Okay. So looks like the virtual game cards gets loaded on this. If I download it on this, and then if I want to take it out to put into a different Switch, I just have to, I don't know if I have to undo it on this to do it on that, but I don't know. One thing I did want to try actually, while I have you, and this video is going on for way too long, but it's the mouse mode. Okay, so it automatically goes to mouse mode. This is okay. This is not bad. Let's attach this and see if it feels better. It does. I'm not a fan of this wrist position. I'm more of like a palm down, not like a angled up. So I don't know how often I would play this. If there's third parties that kind of put this into like a mouse mold, that would be way more comfortable. Like if I can get this positioning rather than tilting my hand more. It feels like kind of this right now. But overall, it feels pretty good. You have access to everything. I think both the triggers count as clicks. So this is click, this is click. Whose virtual game card should we see? Where Where's this? Load on other system, load on this system. I guess I'll figure it out as I go. But mouse mode, cool. If we found a game that works for it, maybe Fortnite. I think it had an update. When we do gameplay of that, I'll definitely show it on the channel and show you guys. One more thing I wanted to add that I forgot is how does this fit into a case? So we have a Switch 1 case. It is not fitting in here at all. This is bigger than the Switch 1. We have the case that I use for ROG Ally, which has different contours because of the grip. It will fit in here. And this is a generic case that I bought off Amazon for very cheap. But no, it fits in here. It's nice and snug. There's just nothing behind it. So if you wanna stuff some stuff in here to make it a little even, you can do that. But very protected. Put some accessories here so you can use that. And then the last thing I want to check is the Steam Deck case. I think it'll fit in here no problem because the Steam Deck is pretty huge. And apart from the Joy-Cons having weird bulges where this doesn't, you can definitely get away with it. So don't run out and get a case if you already have something. I recommend just waiting it out. I'm sure as time goes on and more of these systems go out, more companies will make cases and accessories. Cool, good to know. But that is it, guys. This is the Nintendo Switch 2. This is the beginning of Nintendo's next 50,000 years. So it's cool to have this. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to have different iterations, maybe an OLED model, maybe a light model. We don't know yet. I will definitely be making a comparison video comparing the Switch 2 to the Switch OLED and the Switch Lite. That might be my next video. I want to break down the docks, the grips, all that stuff. So if you guys want to see videos like that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, or don't. I can't control you, but if you like it, that'd be cool. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.